All right. I'm back. Africa, definitely. We must wake up. Africa, Black America. We gotta wake up. We gotta come together, figure out what's going on. More love, more hugs are needed. More communication, not assumption. We have to get past that. No excusing things away that hurt us, that affect us. Let's talk about it. Write it down if you can't talk. But get it to those individuals who have offended you or that you feel have offended you. Nobody will know if you don't open your mouth and talk. Don't just walk around with attitude. All right? Because after a while, that attitude can turn into sickness. It can manifest into many things in the body. How do I know? Because I'm living and I've experienced or been close to someone who has experienced, and I've seen firsthand what anguish, heartache, hurt, bitterness, and betrayal can do to an individual. So talk, find that trusted person, find an outlet, get something to bring you back to center. And who can help us do that? But the one and only, not to be played with, Dr. Leatrice.
You're right.
Dr. Leatrice Brooks is in the house now. We're talking summer reset. Mental fitness for men. And yes, men, but apply this to everybody.
Everybody.
Okay?
Everybody.
She said it. You heard it, y'all. Everybody. Okay? It's important. Good afternoon, Dr. Brooks.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
All right.
We'll take it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. People are noticing, hey, it's not 12:30. I know. Sometimes we have to be flexible. We have to change some things.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
All
You just
right.
roll with it.
All right. So, Doc,
Yes.
how you been?
Good.
I'm just going to level set just like that.
All
Check
right.
in, how you doing? And then we're going to jump right in.
Moving along, doing the things,
All the things.
resetting myself.
All
You know,
right.
as you said, it applies to everybody. The
yes.
reason we're talking about men this month is because June is Men's Health Month.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also Father's Day in there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a natural time when people are thinking about the men in their life, and men might be inclined to think about themselves.
Come on.
So we're going to go ahead and jump in on that too with them.
Yes, we should. We should. It's very important. And, I said earlier, it's a lot of programs, inadvertently get cut to just women and children, even though they say it's for the family, you know. But shouts out to the rise of, some brothers getting together and having all these fatherhood forums and things, because it's definitely needed.
Yeah.
With that, I'm just going to be quiet and say, let's take it away, Dr. Brooks.
No, you say some good stuff. You do. I don't know how much of this you be conscious of, but I know I hear threads. Mm-hmm. So I'm always, y'all, when I'm in here, she be doing her transition and I'm in here writing stuff down. I'm like, yes, that is exactly where we going, and we gonna talk about that too.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes. So even when you talk about women and children, how there are a lot of programs for women and children.
Yeah.
And we gonna be for real. Part of it is because women and children are the one talking about they have some challenges, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with the society that we live in, especially folks that look like us, right? Men are socialized to not talk about stuff.
Be quiet. Be a man. Don't say
look.
What is being a man?
Look.
Say, come on now.
Because at the end of the day, we're all people. We have thoughts, we have feelings, we have emotions, we have things. I know this is like cursing to a man, okay, when you talk about all that stuff. But reality is there are programs to help people who identify they need programs to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's okay.
It is okay.
So let's normalize.
It is okay, because here's the thing. You the one not okay. Not participating in the program or not telling anybody that you have a need. And then one of the things that you said in your transition was that we excuse things away. And it's not to say that men are the only ones who do that. Women do it too. We excuse things away, and then it starts to manifest itself in our bodies. And so then we wonder, like, why we're having all of these health issues and struggles and high blood pressure and all, because your body is physically holding all the things.
All the things.
All the trash you don't take out, stay in the house.
Thank you. It stinks.
Stinking up everything. Now you got you ever wonder, okay, sorry, no, you ever wonder, I got all the windows closed, I got the door closed, how the bug get in?
Come on.
They gonna find them a source, okay?
And they're diligent about
Diligent.
Oh,
And it's the
goodness.
same thing with the issues that we have. They are diligent in letting you know that they need your attention.
And you're gonna hear me. I'm buzzing by your ear. I'm gonna annoy you.
Look.
You know, they get in.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Right? But the other part of what you said is that we excuse things away.
Yeah.
Right? And I've been to that space before where I remember I was in a space that was just, unfortunately, it was just crazy racist. And I was stressed out. And I'm stressed out to the point where, like, I'm like, dude, I got carpal tunnel. I'm feeling it in my neck, in my back. I, like, was in so much pain. I ran to a massage therapist after work. And I was like, maybe it's the excuse it away. Maybe it's the ergonomic setup of my desk.
Come on.
And I then had the specialist to come out, and it was not. It was, I talked to somebody, and she was like, oh yeah, it's oppression. That's what you feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then guess what else? I asked her, what am I supposed to do with that? How do I handle that?
Yeah.
And then she gave me some direction on what to do, and it started to alleviate my symptoms. I started to feel better. And then what else happened? 2 weeks later, somebody showed up in my office having the same experience. And now, because I have dealt with it, I can help her.
Yes.
Because how many times has somebody had a conversation with you and you can fit, you like, man, I know exactly how they go. But you can't help them because you ain't dealing with it when it came across you.
Right.
And now you just in there commiserating together. We just going to be miserable together.
It's just how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Who want to do that? Nobody wants to do that.
Not at all.
So today, as we're talking about the summer reset, mental fitness for men, the thing that comes up to my mind, I love how it's, you know, the title is Summer Reset, because I love this idea of, I call it using transitions well. So whenever there is a natural shift, it is a perfect opportunity for you to transition into who else you want to be, or to start a new behavior or a new trend. Because here's what's going to happen. If we're thinking about we're going into the summer, if you start a new behavior, guess what people are going to say? Oh, the summer then came and now he want to, right? They're going to blame it on the summer, which is perfectly fine. Otherwise, you know, at other times what people say is, oh, you changing, or you, nope, tag it on. You switching up, right? Oh, now you want to be, right?
Yeah.
Tag it on to a natural transition. And then it could be even, you know, we got kids graduate. Oh, your kid then graduated from high school and now show them.
Yeah.
Right?
Proud
but,
about it.
Right? But it's a natural opportunity to change something up and decrease some of the comments that people may make in the process. So don't miss transitions. So the first thing we want to talk about is really identifying the pressure that men experience. Because reality is there are pressure. There's internal pressure, there's external pressure. So the pressure that you put on yourselves, and then the pressure that you feel like other people put on you because of the expectations they have, right? So you talk about, like, people say man up, or men are supposed to be providers and you're supposed to be the protector or problem solver. Something come up and you got to come in and swoop in and fix it. But meanwhile, you got stuff going on. Who helping you?
Right.
Because reality is, there is no one person that has all the answers.
True.
That does not exist, right? We have conversations with people, and then things start stirring in our mind, and it stirs in their mind, and then we find the answers that we need and the solutions to the problems that we're having. But we got to be talking to somebody about it, right? So we can't be the person that is holding all the things for everybody. One of the things that people say to me often as a psychologist is they'll say, well, I know that's probably a lot that you got to listen to people all day and they saying their stuff, and I'm sure that's a lot for you to carry. I'm not carrying nothing. You hear me? you don't want it and I don't want it either. Okay? Like, I'm not going to allow you to just dump that on me. And that's really not my job. My job is to help you to work with it enough for you to be able to grab a hold of it so that you can change the situation and change the experience.
Yes.
That said, a lot of times in our personal lives, and especially if we think about men, people are dumping things on them and they're just holding on to them because somebody told them they're the ones that's supposed to fix it.
True.
When really, maybe we just need to get to a place where there's some things we do need to fix and there are other things that we just need to support.
Yeah.
Right? I need to help you to get to where you're trying to go or refer you to the right resource. And we know this show right here is the right one to come to if you want to hear a resource that is out there in the community to help you to get to where it is that you're trying to go. But we have to use the resource. We can't say, oh, I'm hungry and I need something to eat and we got the food banks out there and you ain't going.
Come on.
Right? Like, somebody will feed you.
And it's free.
Look, that part, right?
Free.
But then it's, people, and again, we make up all kind of excuses where, and I think, for men, sometimes the excuse is, oh, it's not manly. Oh, I don't have anybody to talk to. And you said it, find somebody. I know in my practice, which is amazing, and we love to see it because we love to see people learn, grow, and develop. We're actually are getting more men in therapy.
Oh, good.
And it's amazing.
And that's a strength.
It is. It is. And they are surprising themselves about how the process is going. Because, and here's the thing too, they do it scared.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to expect, and they know that it is counter of everything that they've ever been taught.
Yeah.
Right? I had a client once, this was years and years ago in another state. I had a client who came in and this is what he said. He said, every time I come in here, I say I'm not going to cry. And every time I cry, when I tell you cry, I mean, he cried a whole session.
Okay.
But here's what happened. Getting it out because he grew up in an environment where that was not okay. And life happened, and he said, I think something might be wrong with me because I had a reaction that I don't think was healthy for me to have. Yeah. And it was crazy because the reaction that he had that he didn't think was healthy was not reacting to something that he should have reacted to.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He was like, why did everybody else recognize that, like, that was not okay, but I was just, like, going on like it was a regular day?
He was conditioned.
He was conditioned. But even when he saw that happen, he didn't excuse it away. He was like, I need to figure out what this is. And I normalized his reaction because it made sense in the context of where he grew up. Yeah. But I also was like, and we need to address that because that's not healthy. Nor is it safe. You're not even in that environment anymore, but you're still exhibiting that behavior. And it's going to prevent you from doing some things that at some point you're going to want to do. Right? Because emotions are, and again, I know men don't like that word sometimes, but if you really want to connect to somebody, emotions is the deepest level of connection we could ever have to somebody. Is understanding their emotions. And I think sometimes we think that other people won't understand. They will. I know that there have probably been some times where men have shared their emotions and people have said this, that, and the other about it, or oh, you are punk, or oh, you weak. Guess what? You ain't the one I need to be sharing with. And that's okay. Maybe this is not a healthy relationship if you think that it is unhealthy for me to have a feeling about it.
Because I'm human.
That's not okay, right? Sometimes we wonder why men exhibit anger more readily than other people. So we're going to get a little technical. Anger is what we call in therapy a secondary emotion. What that means is there's an emotion that you get to before you get to anger, and the feeling that comes up before anger is hurt, right? So when I am hurt and I don't want to feel hurt and I don't want to feel the vulnerability of being hurt, I go over to anger because it makes me feel more like I'm in control. Okay. And so then now I'm lashing out on people, or now I got an attitude, or now I'm going off on folks, and that's not healthy either.
That's true.
That's not healthy either. And so we need to make sure that we find whatever space it is. And here's what I appreciate about the men that we're seeing coming in therapy is eventually we want to get them to a place where the emotions that they learn to show in therapy, that they will exhibit those outside of the therapy office and in their everyday relationships. Therapy is a safe space to figure out how to do that. Right? Yeah. What does that look like for me to translate this over? But first, I got to understand what's happening with me. So, number one is pressure. We need to understand what is the pressure that I am experiencing and then recognize how it is impacting me. The second one is presence. So, when we think about, this is Men's Health Month, this is the month of Father's Day, that there are a lot of men who are either fathers, father figures, they may be godfathers, uncles, brothers. Somebody is looking up to you as a man, and there is a weight that can be associated with that, right? So with women, we talk about superwoman schema, right? Where you got to be everything to everybody at the same time. Right? I'm every woman, right? And for men, sometimes they feel like they, again, have to carry the weight of everybody, and they feel like I got to show up, especially ones that really want to be involved. I got to show up for everybody, and I got to do everything for everybody. But again, you don't have to. And here's the thing too: if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be here to show up for anybody.
That's so true.
You won't be here because your body is going to tap out at some point because it's doing too much. And so, even if you're feeling the weight of whatever the demands are and the expectations are, we still got to do something about that so that we're not carrying more than we need to be carrying and connecting to people who can't help us. So, I know you talked about some of the different groups. I think the Fatherhood Network is one that is in town that gives men opportunities to talk about stuff that men need to talk about.
Absolutely.
I remember some years back I was doing some group therapy, and I was filling in for another therapist. And it was an evening group, which means it was mostly men. And it was about 25 men. And she said, I know how you usually do group, because I'm a processor. I'm going to talk about stuff, right? So she was like, I know how you usually do group, but these are men. They're not going to do all that, okay? So just put the video on and then play it and keep it going. And so I went into the group, and I told her, I said, look, I told the group, right, all these men, I said, look, I know a little bit about how she does group. I know a lot about how I do group, right? We're going to do what I do, all right? So I did them exact same way that I do women, any group, right? Is I got everybody in the circle, and we just did our check-ins, and we started talking. And they got to crying. And they got to talking about what was going on with them and it was so amazing to see how one person's story resonated with somebody else's story. They were like, oh my gosh, it's not just me. That's exactly what happened to me. And I know that the tears were because they were supported and they felt supported by other people. One guy said, I almost didn't come today because I know who usually leads this group, and this was different, and I'm so glad that I came today. Because he recognized that he needed.
They got used to the bare minimum. They got used to staying guarded. And being, okay, I'm going to therapy. But just to say I'm going to therapy. But
and check the box because you didn't watch the video. And then here's the amazing thing that happened is they realized that they knew more and actually had more strength than they realized they had and more resiliency and more ability to take care of their challenges, because when we did put one of the videos on, guess what happened? Half the stuff that they said in the video, they had already said when we talked in the group.
Okay, see?
And they looking around at the room at each other like, oh my gosh, that's what we said. Yes. You do know some things that you need to do to take care of yourself and do that. And that's what we're looking at with point number 3, permission. Is when we think about summer reset, giving yourself permission to do the things that are healthy and helpful for you and that help you to take care of yourself. So you need to check in with yourself. Where am I at right now? What do I need to do? I know me with responsibilities. I was thinking earlier this week, I was doing some work and I was like, man, how can I take some time off when I know this and this is going on? And my very next thought was, I cannot physically, mentally, emotionally not take the time off. right? Like I can't not
I would be there
do
for
it.
you.
I understand that it looks like everything gonna crash and I want to just get in there and do the things. I'm gonna crash if I don't pause. Right? So checking in with yourself, where are you at with your energy, your mood, your focus, your patience, your attitude, and then choosing one thing that you're going to do to reset and rebuild yourself. Whether it's, I need to make sure I'm getting more sleep at night, or there's some physical activity that I want to do. I know I recently started a new hobby. I'm super excited about it. Or are there some boundaries that I need to set in relationships? Or is there somebody that I need to be more open with about how I'm feeling? Is there an organization or a person that I need to connect to that can help me to stay regulated, right? So how am I taking care of myself, and then be intentional with the thing, right? So on Tuesday, when I got the information that I got, and I'm feeling like, oh man, this stuff about to come crashing, and I almost did, I said, you know what, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm about to go on this bike ride and about to go skating, right? I'm still gonna take care of myself, and we have to make sure that those are non-negotiables, right? Absolutely. So this month, as we're thinking about going into the summer and the summer reset, take care of yourself. As men, do what you need to do to make sure that you are okay, and then that will actually give you the strength, the mental capacity, the physical capacity and strength to be able to take care of somebody else and your responsibilities. But you got to be okay with you first. And here's the thing that I do know, and I'm gonna throw this out there. People, even if they're not saying it out loud, people know they have problems. You know something is not right.
I learned that a few years ago.
So be honest with yourself and find somebody else that you can be honest with too.
Indeed. Thank you, Doc. That was great. And yeah, you got to find an off Saturday for you to come back and share some more, because it's definitely needed, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh. How can they get in touch with you real quick?
Yes, we are at Chosen PLLC 866-232-5389. We do in person, and we also do telehealth, so virtual.
Awesome. So there's many opportunities, friends, for you to get connected, just to talk and see, and they will help you land somewhere if that place is not right for you, but I think it is.
Hey.
I want to thank you, Doctor. I thank you so much. Thank all my guests on today, and want to say, don't go anywhere. Don't give up on yourself. Love on yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Check in with you regularly. If you have to stare into the mirror, do that. And when each one reaches one, a change will come. Be the change you want to see. If not, you could just be part of the problem. Don't go anywhere. Magic D is coming right up, and we're going to go out with Daniel Ponder and Some of Us Are Brave right here on 96.5 WTOU.